Hi cuties, welcome back to my channel. So another week of nail tech school is down and done. Kudos to me. But yeah, I did it. So let me tell y'all what I did this week. This week I had to sculpt nail enhancements. So a few videos ago, I told y'all I learned how to put a nail on a tip onto the fingernail with the stop rock hold method, right? Then I learned how to do tips along with wraps, meaning I put either silk or fiberglass onto the tip as an enhancement. So fast forward to now, I've progressed to acrylics. Woo! Acrylics. So remember, I kept practicing when I first started. I got the brush, I got the monomer, the acrylic. Okay, that paid off because we started using the opposite, odorless acrylic. And if you recall, odorless acrylic has no smell. It's clear. The monomer is clear. But what I've learned is there's a specific method used to pick up acrylic using odorless. So with odorless acrylic, the bead that you pick up, it takes a little longer to polymerize. Remember in the MMA, is MMA bad for you for your nails video? Well, that was the MMA monomer used to pick up the acrylic. That one polymerizes quicker, you know, regular monomer and MMA monomer. But with odorless, which we have to use for state boards, it's a requirement. So we had to get this down packed. Like, you have to get it down packed. If you don't get it, you can't move forward in the curriculum. So you know your girl, you know sis, I was not playing. I was like, so all right, so first and foremost, there's a specific way to pick up the odorless acrylic. So with the odorless, being that the beads, they take longer to dry, they also take longer to like pick up on the brush. Right? So for starters, right? One, you have to angle the brush at 180, meaning it has to be standing straight up. It has to stand straight up. So with normal acrylic and monomer, you would take the brush and people put it at this angle. Whereas the odorless has to stand up straight. It can't be angled or you will not pick up a bead. So this was new to everybody in the class. So at this point, everybody in the class is on the same page because I wasn't super new. I'm just like, yeah, we all just learned this. This was new to everybody. So all of us. So what we had to do was take a brush, Kolinsky or Sable. You take it in odorless monomer and odorless acrylic. They're both. It's a system that has to be compatible with one another. We take the brush. You dip the brush, the tip basically halfway, the tip of the brush halfway in the odorless monomer. And you dap it on the side, and then you keep the brush at a 180 angle, meaning straight up, and then you twist it back and forth. You use your hands twisting it. You know how some people twist things this way? Like they twist things this way and they twist it? Not that. Like this though, you have to twist it like this. So you take the brush at a 180 angle, dip it in the monomer, twist it using this way, and then you pick it up. And then you place it on the tip, and then you wipe your brush off. I kept practicing it. Now, I'll tell you this. The odorless is way more difficult than the normal acrylic. And I say this because it's more watery. It's watery, and it feels more like glue and paint. Whereas the other acrylic, the normal acrylic that you would use, you can just drop it and it'll stay like as a ball. This one is like a gluey glop, and when you put your brush on it, it's like gum almost. Like it'll pull back with you, and you're like, what is this? So for me, I think this also helped me because it was difficult. And you know, when you don't know how to do something, you kind of practice it and learn how to move the brush. Having used the odorless has allowed me to actually be better at the non-odorless. Yeah, because the more the brush stuck, the more I had to focus on cleaning the brush. The more I had to focus on keeping the acrylic and monomer together on the nail. The more I had to make sure I was able to dab in and do it in a specific amount of time. So being that that's used on Stayboy, I had to learn that and be not perfect at it, but continuously practice it. So using odorless monomer and acrylic is way different than normal acrylic. I kept practicing my normal acrylic just to get the motion of it, of the water to acrylic ratio, the monomer to acrylic ratio. And then now that I use the other one, the odorless, I'm like, wow, this is totally different. But I already had the motions down packed. So knowing that I had that much, I was able to say, okay, let me practice this now. Let me practice this now. And I kept practicing it. So that was my week. One of my weeks in nail tech school, practicing the odorless monomer and odorless acrylic nail enhancement. The next thing I had to do, I had to create a smile line. Now, I need to practice that a little more because the smile lines are not easy. The smile lines are difficult. For you, those of you watching this video who went to nail tech school or who are currently nail techs, please, how do you do a smile line? Give me some steps on how you do it, because the smile line, I cannot get it. I figured out a procedure on how to do it. Like, we were taught a procedure, how to do the smile line. And I tried that, but it's not working for me. As I've stated, I'm a lefty, and I turn this way when I write, and then I gotta move the arm this way, and then the arm that way. That's just how I work with, like, my hand utensils, my hand implements or whatever. So for you out there watching this video, how do you perfect your smile line? Please write it in the comments below. And it took me a while to actually get it done. I kept practicing and practicing. By the time we had to take our state board exam on it, our practice state board exam, let me tell you, I did what I could. It came out. It was a smile line. It wasn't as perfect as it could be, but I did a smile line. So I learned how to use odorless monomer, its proper technique to pick up a bead and place it on the nail tip to sculpt on the enhancement, right? I learned how to do a smile line with odorless as well, shaping it and forming it within a specific amount of time. And then I also learned nail forms. So nail forms, that's going to be my specialty. I've decided that that's going to be my specialty. I kind of did nail forms on this hand. As you can show, I got a short. I can't do the long nails. I can't do the long nails, but nail forms are my thing. I'm going to put a short clip right after. So in that short clip, you saw me putting on the nail forms and what it looked like to sculpt the nail. That was normal acrylic. That is not, that's not odorless acrylic. So knowing that I can shape and mold it myself, oh man, that's so fun. That's like, oh, I'm going to perfect that because I like that. It's like I'm actually designing my own nail, you know, and it was so easy, way easier than putting on actual tips. And I know, like, The nail forms take longer, but I think with patience and time and perfecting how I do the technique, I can actually get it done. So I like the nail forms. And at the end, at first I only did one hand, so you'll see me actually dipping my acrylic and shaping it. That took me some time, but I enjoyed it. And I think I got it down packed. Knowing that I have the concept and the technique with practice and practice and practice over time, between doing acrylic overlays on tips for nail enhancement and sculpting a new nail via a nail form, with those two combined and having a set schedule to practice those, especially on the weekends. So that clip was me practicing. I take my time on the weekend to actually do things I want to learn within a short span of time, because I actually will make this my business, as I've stated before, and I just don't want to not put in the effort necessary. And put it in the effort necessary to learn is, it does require me not going out on weekends. It does require me staying at home and thinking of a schedule, but it also requires patience from me and understanding of these goals and what I have to do to achieve them. So I did practice. I did a lot, like, of schoolwork outside of school, meaning purchasing items for class and working on techniques that were taught to me, only because this is new to me. And if I don't put in the effort behind it, then what's the point of being enrolled in school? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's time away from hanging out with people and being fun and ha 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 and lollygagging and doing all that stuff, being that the weather's getting nice. But it's bigger than that. You know, I'll eventually get back to those things. But for now, I gotta learn this. I gotta perfect this craft because it's fun. And I need to keep up that momentum while I got the energy, while things are kind of allowing me to get it done, you know? So yeah, so that's my week in nail tech school. How was your week, cutie? What did you do, cutie? Am I doing a good job, cutie? Like, I'm trying my best. This is not easy. And plus my kitten my cat had kittens this week. So for the past week and a half, I've been balancing kittens and an angry cat, trying to get the kittens, and then trying to focus on exams and studying. It's like, oh my God. And also doing press-on nails, trying to get my items to do the nice designs. So what I figured is patience. Patience is necessary. And that's what I have to understand. Being patient with where I'm at right now, meaning school and learning new stuff, while preparing to transition to what I desire to become, is all a process. And I always have to remember to be patient with myself and to slow down and look at how far I've come, because it's not easy. It's not, but knowing this will be my business and what I actually can do makes me excited, you know? And I can share with others, like, kids who may be interested in going to nail tech school or opening their own business in the future. It's all a part of me developing myself and using myself as an example for what others can and have the potential to do. So at the end of the day, I hope I'm helping someone out there. I'm not perfect, and I'm trying to show y'all how this process looks, me struggling and me actually practicing what I struggle with to become better. So that's my week. I am enjoying beauty school. Hey, cutie. I see you, cutie. Stay cute. You know you're cute. Subscribe to my channel, comment, and like, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey, cutie.